Hey everyone, welcome back to Kubota Farm here in East Vineland, New Jersey. Beautiful East Vineland, New Jersey in October. We are still in October. Busy month for us. And you might be asking yourself, Brad, why are you looking up to the skies? What is your deal? Well, let's just say I'm looking for any odd looking balloons. Are there any strange balloons? No? Okay. Well, that's probably a good thing, that there aren't any odd balloons just floating across, you know, for whatever reason from other countries and so on. Anyways, that's all I'll say on that. So, this little gizmo here, I don't think I mentioned that I ended up buying this thing. Did I mention that to y'all? I don't think I did. I got kind of tired of leasing it, so I said, screw it, we're going to buy it. So we bought it. It wasn't that expensive, but it's nice to just have a roller. I got kind of fed up with always leasing, so we are now the proud owners, I guess, of a roller. Why not, right? Oh, goodness. Now, something else that caught my eye, other than, no balloons, is this field here, our grass field. pH does not look good right now. And I thought, that's interesting. And then I looked and I went, oh, that's really interesting. What's this black business? I look over here and it says outdated data. So I am going to take an educated guess, to which I may be wrong with, but I am guessing our soil samples have done, gone, and expired. So we're gonna buy soil samples for this field again. So we're gonna purchase soil information. My guess was right, I think. So we bought that, and if I remember right, I had to buy soil information for like a little bit of the surrounding area. I think we're gonna go ahead and just buy it for here. How much is that? Oh, 37 bucks. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And we're also gonna buy that one just to be on the safe side. I think that's all I did last time. Yeah, I think we're good now. Which then tells me that our pH is in the suckage zone, as well as nitrogen. Actually, we're not looking good all the way around, so we're going to have to take care of that this month as well. And the next thing we're going to do, so put that on the checklist of things to do. We also need to do some weeding, so that's on the checklist. We have olives to harvest, that's on the checklist. We've got 2 fields of harvested corn. I finished harvesting corn on this field as well. I also ended up taking all of our corn over to the grain mill. So right now it is working on making cornmeal and cracked corn. We ended up with that's a little bit lower. We ended up with about 80,000 liters, I think, between these 2 fields of corn. And there's really nothing right now to plant on these fields. We're kind of in a calendar state where the only thing we could plant is wheat, barley, grass, oilseed radish. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to plant oilseed radish. I haven't done that in quite a while. I think it's kind of boring, but that's what we're going to do. So let's pick oilseed radish. And these 2 fields need to be plowed. Here's my logic on this one. Both of these cornfields need to be plowed. They are in a need to be plowed state. So what do you do with oilseed radish? Well, my understanding with it is you can plow it. I think you can also cultivate it under, but we're going to plow it under. So we're going to plant oilseed radish, and then we're going to take a peek ski at whether or not we need to probably do lime as well, but we'll wait on that. So let's go ahead and grab a course play job. That is not the field I want. I wonder if I pull further onto the field, if it'll recognize it or not. You don't really want to, do you? All right, whatever. There we go. Now we got the right field. Let's generate a course. 12 meters sounds about right. One tool. Excuse me. 2 headlands will work, I think. We can start work on center. That's fine. Sharp corners, please. No rows to skip. I don't know why you'd want to, but we're not going to. Rows per land, never understood that. And island bypass mode, well, we don't have any islands to bypass. Typically, I would leave that on like a circle, you know, as it circles around. That's a pretty cool little thing that I found out works really well. Let's generate our course. There it is. Doesn't she look pretty? Our starting position is way down yonder. First waypoint. And we're just going to help course play out here a little bit. We'll drive down to the end here. I think we have enough seed at least for this big old field here. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope your week started off well. Boy, was I tired today. Today was rough. Oh, there's our start point right there. Which way are you starting? You're going to go that way. Okay. Today was rough. I was tired today. But I have woken up. I've gotten my second wind. So we're going to go for it here. First waypoint. Yes, indeedly, doodly. Sorry, I'm going to turn you off for a second. Okay, oilseed radish. Yep, you're good. We're going to get some oilseed radish planted. And I wasn't entirely sure, so I checked, but excuse me. I'm going to take a quick little sip of water here so my throat doesn't irritate me nor irritate you all. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a stinking minute. Okay, good. For a second there, it didn't really look like it was planting, but it is, so I think we're in good shape. You know what? Out of curiosity, if we look at our field calculator, so this is a combo field of 1 and 2, if I remember right. So field 1 for oilseed radish is, we'll just say 200 liters. And 230, so about 40, a little less than 4,500. Oh, we got plenty. Holy cow, yes. I'm going to take a quick drink of water. Sorry about that, but that was really going to bug me. And I tell you, I don't know what it is getting behind the microphone, but it's like instantly my throat just goes on me, and I don't know why. I could be talking for 15 minutes before I get to recording, and I get the microphone on, and it's boom, done. All right, Courseplay is going to do a spanking good job. I'm confident in Courseplay on this one, so we can let it finish. Oilseed radish is a 1-month growth period, so we will tackle plowing this field in November and do what we have to do to finish that up. The next thing is our grass. I feel like we should go ahead and do some more maintenance work around here. pH value is quite bad, so we need to do some liming. Limey good for nothing. I don't know if any of you have ever seen the show oh my gosh, you know, the Western show from HBO. Oh man, wow. It's not Tombstone. What is it? Really great show. It was only on for like 3 seasons. But what's her name? Jane. She always, well, she added a few more words to it, but limey, blimey, something, blah, beep, beep, beep. Yeah, it was kind of funny. She was a character, that's for sure. Why can't I think of the name of the stinking show? It starts with an S, right? It's, oh, I give up. I hate old age. We want lime. I don't know if we're gonna need quite a full load, but you go through lime pretty good. We go through lime pretty good, so we'll grab the whole 9 yards here and get this thing limed up. I don't even know if I'm going to bother with GPS, if I'm being honest. I think we're just going to go for it. Be nice if I hit the gas, though, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. Oh, we're getting a little limeage on our sugar beets over there. I guess that's all right. It won't hurt them. A little bit of lime never hurt anyone, right? But this should balance out our soil here, sweeten out our grass field a little bit, so we get a little bit better yield on this stuff. This grass field has served us well, I would say. It's kept our sheep happy. It's earned us some money. I like grass in this game. From a money standpoint, I have always liked grass. I think it's, you know, it's an easy thing to plant. You don't have to keep planting it. It just grows every 3 months. You can cut. Actually, I think it's on the 4th month is when you really want to cut, but I think you can pretty much cut anytime you want. At least with a mod you can. And it just makes money. I like that. Speaking of money, oh man, I moved a bunch of silage from our fermenter over to our storage barn there, and wow, we have a lot. We have a lot of silage. We're well now into the 1.2, 1.3 million liter silage range. So I think we're going to make pretty good bank on our silage, no doubt. Let's go clip this little tiny spot I missed over here, and we can call this good. I think we're going to go ahead and lay down some fertilizer. No? Nothing there? Okay. Alright. And I think I was kind of thinking about throwing down some slurry on it, but I think we want to save the slurry for fields that we're going to plow, that kind of a deal. So I think what we'll do, actually, if we're going to do this, I still need you, buddy. I still need you. We're going to come over here. Hello, little sheep. I should check on our sheep's wool. Might need to be moved around a little bit. I know they're fed though. Alright, let's get some fertilizer loaded up in here. Oh, that was a small one, wasn't it? There you go. I think we can do this last bag. I don't think we'll need quite this much for this field, but it's all good. I'm kind of getting excited about harvesting those olives, if I'm being honest. I'm pretty curious to see what our yield is. I honestly have zero idea on what our yield is going to be like on there. Let's turn on our crop sensor, because, whoops, that's not our crop sensor. How about selecting that and then turn on fertilizer spreader? No, where's our crop sensors at? Do I not have crop sensors on this thing? Oh, I don't have crop sensors on this tractor. Heaven forbid. How much are crop sensors? Aren't they like 15,000 or something crazy though? How much do you want, Iceria? Iceria Pro Compact. Wait a minute, it says yes. What's going on there? Well, that's not good. I thought I had them installed. I'm going to say no and customize. Right? And then, okay. And then we're going to go back in here and say yes. It didn't add them. I'm so confused. Why is it doing that? No errors? All right. Well, we're not going to worry about it, I guess. Turn on spreader. I don't see... Turn on crop sensors. I don't know why the Icerias aren't working. Are the Icerias working on any of them? They're gone on there, too. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. I think we've got a little bit of a problem with our Iceria. That's disappointing. I wonder why. Okay, well we're not gonna worry about it. Maybe a restart of the game. Maybe a restart of the game will fix that. So I've been running into some quirky things like that once in a while on this map. And I don't know if it's mods or map or what, but just some weird little oddities like that. The other day when after I stopped recording actually it was Monday's video. I recorded that Sunday night. And after I stopped recording, I took care of a couple things. I took all that corn over, I think it was taking that corn over to the grain mill. I took one load over and it was fine. And then I grabbed the second load and went over there and it wouldn't take it. It wouldn't take the second trailer load. And in fact, not only would it not take the second trailer load, but according to our silo, I never took the 40,000 liters of corn out of the silo, but it was sitting in the trailer. And I'm like, what? Like, thank you, game, for giving me 40,000 liters of free corn, but this isn't right. So I exited the game. I exited the map and the game. Actually, I exited the map and I went back into it and it still wasn't working right. I exited the map and the game and went back into the game and it started working right again. So some weirdness there. Icerias are gone. I have no idea why none of our tractors have the Iceria sensors right now. Every once in a while, I think I talked to you a little bit about the really bad stutter that I've been getting occasionally on this map. For about 4 or 5 seconds, the frame rate drops to like 20. And then I was watching somebody else's YouTube video this morning before work. I threw somebody else's Let's Play on, and I'm kind of getting ready for work in the background, and I hear him say, "Oh, what's the deal with the frame rate? It just dropped to 20." And it did it for like 5 seconds, and I went back and I rewound and I watched, and it was the same thing. I mean, identical to what I have been experiencing recently. The frame rate just absolutely obliterates for about 4 or 5 seconds. And it was doing it to him too, and I thought, well, that's weird, because here's, because we haven't had a patch. Well, the most recent patch we've had is, I think we had a patch for the Platinum DLC. And I think that's the last patch we've had, right? But that really only affected the Platinum DLC. It wasn't like a game patch. So I don't know. I don't get it. How is our planter doing? Planter's doing okay. So there's little things that I start to see stuff like that, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I trust things. I got to be really careful. So I'm like checking. I'm always really checking our productions, because we have quite a few productions going on now, and it just makes me nervous that I'm gonna miss something. So if I do and you catch it, you let me know, because I kind of feel a little bit like it's going to be easy to miss something. Oh, I know what else I did. I took all of our manure that we had and I brought it over to our grape orchards. So as you can see, Orchard 1 has manure, solid fertilizer, seeds, and water. So it has all four. I don't know what that does for production, but I'm just going to keep bringing manure over to these things and dumping it. Looks like 6 also got the royal treatment as well, so to speak. Yeah, lovely. Well, this guy is cooking through. Guy or girl? Girl, excuse me. My bad. She is cooking through this field. Okay, let's grab. I think the 6 will be able to handle our sprayer. I think. Probably take a quick peek and see what the horsepower requirements are on this thing. I don't think they're that much, though. They shouldn't be that much. Sprayers. Right there. Well, it doesn't really give a horsepower requirement, does it? It sure does not. All right. Guess we don't have to worry about it. Oh, we're full of herbicide, too. Nice. Okay, so I think we had a couple of small little splotches over here, if I remember correctly. Let's unfold you, Mr. Sprayer. Yeah, I can see some weed action right over here. Oh, yeah. Turn on sprayer. You know, I always make fun of the turn on crop sensors, and now that I don't have them, it's like the game is saying, it's like the game is getting back at me. The game has they've heard me making fun of crop sensors, and now it's just said, you know what? You want to make fun of them? We'll just take them away. You know, screw you. I think that's what's happened. I spent too much time questioning the value of crop sensors. Oh, that never gets old. That honestly never gets old. This little spot spraying business. I love it. That's something I could do all day. Yeah, that's right. Get a little squirt there, a little squirt there. Stinking love it. I got some good news over the weekend. I honestly don't even know what to make of it, if I'm being honest. I got an email from my internet service provider, or for those of you who are in the biz, your ISP. And you know, I'm being a little facetious when I say that, but got a little email from my ISP, and usually when I get an email from my ISP, it's not one I look forward to. I've grown to learn that an unwarranted or unexpected email from your internet service provider is generally not a good thing. And there's stories behind that why I've come to have it not be a good thing, and I will share those with you at a later date. Let's just say I've had my share of threats from my internet service provider for turning off my service, and I think we all know why that could happen. So anyways, get an email from them, and they're like, hey Brad, you lucky dog, today is your lucky day. We just doubled your internet speed for no money, for no extra money. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And sure enough, you know, my internet speed has been doubled. for no extra money. Of course, they said, oh, by the way, you don't have to do anything. This will just happen. You know, it'll be automatic, right? I think I got all the weeds I care about on this field, I think. Let's see here. Weed. Oh, they're so dead. There's a little spots right over here we're going to get, though, just for fun. So the email was like, we're going to double your speed. You don't have to do a darn thing. We're not going to charge you any more for it. Just enjoy. And I've had a love-hate relationship with my internet service provider since the day I moved into this place. And it started off being a lot more hate than love. And but I must say they have gotten much better over the years. That being said, I was a little bit skeptical. Oh, you got a little weed action right there, didn't you? All right, we can head over to our other field here that actually has quite a few weeds. So I checked the speed, it wasn't doubling, and I'm like, you know what? I've been through this before, so ended up rebooting my router and my wireless modem, or my cable modem and my router. And that took care of that business, and sure enough, my speed doubled. And I tell you, it's not so much the download speed that I've noticed a great difference in, it's the upload. And oh my gosh, they've tripled my upload speed. And I have to tell you, if you didn't know this already, your upload speed, even if you don't upload like videos to YouTube or large files and things like that, your upload speed has a pretty significant impact oftentimes on gaming and on just your overall quality of experience with your internet. And since they tripled that upload speed, holy smokers, I am a happy little boy. It has cut down my YouTube uploads significantly. And that has made me so happy because it's always been a bit of a stress point. Multiple tools, number of headlands 2, center. We can do all this. Let's generate. Where's our start point? Down yonder. That's always been a little bit of a stress point with me. Because if I record too late, and if it's a fairly long video, not that it will take all night, but I like having my videos uploaded, and I like to check on them because YouTube loves to cause problems with the, let's see, first waypoint. We'll start you. You're on Oilseed Radish. You are indeed. And we've got plenty of seed. Yes, we do. YouTube loves to just... Oh, look at that, too. Look at this business here. I'm ready. Olives. We've leased our olive picker. And look what I got for our Kubota. Yeah, buddy. Little TLX trailer with the extension. Some nice Kubota orange metal rims. I think these are Nokians. Yeah, looking good. Unreal fill quantity. I believe you can put like 80,000 liters into this little trailer. Oh, that's great. But yeah, tripling that upload speed has just absolutely just made life considerably better for my YouTubing, so to speak. All right, so how can we I don't know how this is gonna work. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, let's try that. That's not too shabby. We do need to move you over. Like, I'm gonna move you pretty far over because it goes out pretty far up there. And we are going to fire you up. And we're going to do some weed. Oh, this is going to be nice. Look at those babies popping. Yeah, there's a decent amount of weeds on this field. And we are going to take care of business. Uh-oh. Stop, stop, stop. Stop the game there. Let's scoot you over. I knew I probably wasn't over far enough. There you go. Something like that for now. Yeah, that'll do it. As long as they don't hit a tree. These sprayer bars are not forgiving. They their collisions are all the way out to the tips, I think, here, so just want to be a little careful with that. Takes a little bit of a frame rate hit, but it's not too bad. Oh, I love these See and Sprays. So now I can, what used to take, oh, it's going to hit that tree. Oh, I think it did have a little bit of a go through there. How far out are the collisions? Yeah, they're pretty much to the tip. So on average, 30 minutes, a 30-minute video, let's just say. If I remember correctly, a 30-minute video would take, and it kind of was, it varied a little bit, but let's just say a 30-minute video would take, boy, I bet it took a good hour, a little over an hour to upload a 30-minute video. Now it's taking like 25 minutes for 30 minutes. It's absolutely brilliant, just brilliant. And there's things that, you know, if you're familiar with the whole Internet of Things, there's a lot of variables that take place with internet speed. You know, you can have all the speed you want, but it doesn't guarantee, you know, you're going to get that kind of speed, and it certainly doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a particular upload speed either. But it also doesn't hurt to have a little bit more bandwidth available to you. So I would say it was like Christmas in January for me, on that. That was really, really nice of them. And I can also tell you that I am without question on my last warning. The way it was left off with my internet service provider was a lot of begging and pleading on my end, and them giving me another chance and basically saying that's your last chance. So my record with them is not the best. What are you gonna do? It was my fault. I forgot to turn my VPN on. Let's just say, you know, you all know what I'm talking about. I'm not hiding. I'm not saying anything you all don't already know what I'm going to say. I should have done a little bit of a headland here. Well, we can always come back and do that. But yeah, it was my bad. I forgot to turn my VPN on. At the time, I would turn my VPN off. Oh, there's the tree. I knew it. At the time, I would turn. There you go, buddy. Oh, this thing is touchy. You know what? I'm just going to do a headland here real quick. Should I? Yeah, let's do a headland. Wow, this is really squirrely. At the time, I the way my setup was, I would have my VPN on for the most part all the time. But Netflix and some other sites would detect that you have a VPN running, and they didn't like that. You know, they would say, hey, you know, we can't guarantee what region you're streaming from, so you have to turn your VPN off. So it became kind of a hassle to do it that way. I had a whole house VPN set up. In fact, instead of doing it by computer or by mobile device or, you know, that way, I set it up on my router, and it just took care of everything in the house that was connected to my network, which was great. But it caused that problem where certain streaming sites did not like a VPN. And it was also a bit sluggish. My router just really wasn't up to snuff for handling that kind of workload. So I got rid of that, and I started doing it per computer. I installed it on all my PCs. I installed it on my mobile devices. The problem with that is if you reboot, sometimes it would come back on, sometimes not. There were some issues like that. Anyways, I went to a website where I was borrowing some media, you know, to see if I wanted to buy it, and forgot to turn the VPN on, and that's all it took. And about a week later, and I knew that I forgot to turn it on, which was really the crappy part, was I knew I forgot to turn it on about halfway through the download. I was like, oh, come on. And sure enough, about a week later, I got a nasty gram from my internet service provider, and who wasn't very happy with me. Actually, they weren't so much not happy with me as much as Time Warner or Disney or whoever it was not happy. And in turn, my ISP wasn't happy, and in turn, I wasn't happy. And yeah. I had to do some fast talking on that one, some begging. I really didn't want to lose my internet service provider that I have. I really don't have a lot of other choices that are as good, even though they haven't always been that great. They're kind of the least of all evils. So I have been a good boy, pretty much a good boy since then. Or at least, as far as they know, I've been a good boy since then. If you're not using a VPN, you should be. And not because you're trying to do anything naughty, and not because you're trying to access stream materials from outside the country you live in. You know what? I don't even know if that's illegal, if I'm being honest with you. My feeling is it's not, because that actually is a selling point. I don't use NordVPN, but I hear their commercials often enough, way too often, in my opinion. But that seems to be one of their selling points is, hey, you know, if you're traveling and you want to be able to watch Netflix in Germany, and you're from the States, you know, you can use our VPN service, and you can get German Netflix using that, because you can change, you know, your VPN server. I don't know how that works, because at least when I was doing it, that didn't work well at all. But regardless of your intentions, you really should have a VPN. It's just a really good overall safeguard for a lot of things. And it's particularly nice. It's a particularly nice feeling to know that your internet service provider, when you're running a VPN, your internet service provider has zero knowledge of where you surf. I mean, zero. They are completely blind and clueless to how you spend your data. which is the way it should be anyways. But yeah, get yourself a VPN if you don't have one. That's Brad's tip of the day. I'm just laughing because I hear these guys like, here's your pro tip of the day. It's like, pro tip? You know, first of all, if it's a pro tip, well, I guess I probably shouldn't be mean, but I've seen a lot of people who say that they're giving pro tips who I would most certainly not consider to be professional, but take it for what it's worth. I won't call it a pro tip. I'll just say it's Brad's tip. And that came out wrong. That came out really, really wrong. But you get the idea. Get a VPN. Get a good VPN too. Don't get one of these commercial VPNs like NordVPN. I'm not saying Nord is bad. Don't get me wrong. I think Nord is probably has a good quality service. But when I shopped for a VPN, my number one, actually, there were 3 things I looked for, and I would suggest you do the same. One is going to be speed. You're going to want to get a VPN that isn't going to slow your internet down dramatically, or if at all. Some do, because their servers suck, or because you have to go like all the way out to Bulgaria and back to use their service. Oh, I'm gonna hit that tree. So speed is a big thing. Number 2, you're going to want to make sure the VPN client or provider that you use does not keep records. Oh, come on, really? Fine. I'll make this easy on myself. There. So you want to make sure your VPN provider does not keep records. We are getting a few weeds here on the edge, aren't we? I must have missed those. That's a big one. Otherwise, what's the point? So speed, no records kept, and selection. You want to have the ability to be able to select from a wide range of locations of the servers that you pick to use. You want to make sure that depending on where you are in the country, that they have a server that is somewhat local to you. So if you're in the Midwest, you know, make sure that they've got like a Chicago server and maybe a Detroit server, or you know what I'm saying, New York for the East Coast, and so on and so forth. If you're in Canada, the same way. You just want to make sure that there are servers that are near your location. And those are really the top 3 things, I think, in my opinion at least. I might be forgetting something, but generally speaking, it's speed, server locations, and no records. Like I said, you don't have to be using it for nefarious purposes in order to get a VPN or to want to get a VPN. VPNs are just almost to a point where they are, I would almost call them a requirement to a certain extent. And what's really nice is VPNs will also help you quite a bit with, most VPNs also have some really good tools for preventing naughty sites from leaving malware in your system. A lot of times VPNs can help you if you want to protect your kids, and that kind of thing too. Alright, let's take a quick peek at some repairs. Let's see, weird, what button did I hit? I did hit the right one, but I kind of wanted to look at our sprayer too. Let's get that repaired. Outstanding. Let's check on our... Oh, you're... Oh, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, next month, I think, for our sugar beets. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. We'll see how well that whole gizmo goes. Did I miss? Yeah, I'm going to run across our sugar beets here. Nice little plot. Got missed over here. Not too bad, though. All right, I think we're good. I think that will be... Boy, that's kind of wild that just putting down Oilseed Radish has already had that kind of impact on our nitrogen? Really? We haven't even cultivated or plowed it under. Weirds needs plowing. Yep, so both of those fields need plowing. So that's what we'll do next month when our oilseed comes in. We'll see how that all works out. I've been wanting to kind of do it again. It's been a long time since I've used Oilseed Radish. I've gotten a couple different views about that. Like some people will say, oh, it's, you know... I wonder if I tried to plant Oilseed Radish in that the grass back there. I've heard that it might be a waste of time, and I've heard that it's not a waste of time, and so on and so forth. I don't know. But it's something, and pretty realistic, because I don't know how many farmers in the U.S. do a lot of oilseed radish. I think, if I understand correctly, I think it's a little more European thing. I could be wrong on that. Let's see if I can back this up with any quality whatsoever. Not too bad. I'll take that. And let's do a quick look at our maintenance costs. Oh, jump on top of that bad boy. Whoa, $344. You needed some repairs, buddy. Let's get our limpkin washed up. It always looks prettier, clean. I like a lot of my tools dirty, but I like my limpkin clean. Very nice. I think, you know how sometimes, I think it's built into the game, but Giants isn't using it. That is air, and I'm kind of hoping in the next version we have to air tires. I'm hoping eventually we can deflate and inflate tires. I think that would be a really cool addition to the game. To be able to inflate and deflate tires for better traction, that kind of thing. I think that would be pretty sweet. All right. Let's just take a quick peek around here. So our poplar has at least a couple months, I think. Our wheat is looking good. I think that 1% that we always seem to be missing. Because we've done everything to this field, rolled it and everything. I think the only thing we didn't do was mulch, and I'm kind of beginning to think that's what that percentage is. Why is it 90? Okay, why is it 91? 92? Was this where there were some weeds maybe or something? Yeah. And that doesn't make any sense to me because we've killed the weeds. So why hasn't the yield gone up? It shouldn't. Dead weeds should not impact yield, right? Interesting. Let's check our sheep. You guys are doing all right. You still have some room. And let's take a quick peek at our silage. Oh, yeah, goodness. Okay, so it's got a couple 100,000 liters of grass and it's working its way through. So altogether here, we've got about 250,000 liters in this fermenter. But if we look at what we have in storage, 1.28 million. So by the time we're done, we're going to have about over 1.5 million liters of silage to sell. We are going to make serious bank on silage. And we have wool to sell. And that reminds me, we should probably keep in mind that we need to take some more wool over to our spinnery. Where is our spinnery? Spinnery right here. How much wool do you have? Not too shabby, but it wouldn't hurt to bring a few pallets of wool over to our spinnery. All right, well, I think that gets us caught up on most of our field, on our weeding. It gets us caught up on fertilizing and liming, I think. I don't think we had to do any. Yeah, we did liming. And next month we'll plow this under and be able to move on from there. And I think our olives might be next. Oh, yeah. They are so ready. They are super ripe and ready to go. And this thing, I'm probably just going to take out of the ground and pluck it over there because I'm going to run over that speed sign. There's no question about it. All right, everyone. Thank you again for joining me here at Kubota Farm. I know it was probably a little bit longer of an episode. In fact, I'm certain it was a long episode. My bad. But leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'd certainly appreciate it. And comment if you want. And subscribe if you want. You know the whole routine. Any little bit helps grow the channel as well. And oh, I don't think I've ever been in the chicken coop. Hello, chickens. Look at they're freaking out like, dude, you're not even supposed to come in here. Empty. Hello. What are these things supposed to be? Feeders? Are these feeders? Huh. Your feeder's over there. I hope that doesn't confuse any of you. Like, I hope you don't die standing next to one of these because they're empty. Yeah, it's empty. You need to go over there to eat. I wonder if I need to tell them that. Stinking chickens. We're going to have so much cracked corn to sell too because look how much we still have left to feed them. All right, now I'm just milling. All right, everyone. Thanks again. I really do appreciate it. We'll be back here tomorrow, Wednesday, back here in East Vineland. Ooh, and I do have a couple cool surprises all out on the old family farm. Looking forward to Thursday's episode because, yeah, we've got some new equipment to try out. Oh, man. Gonna love that. But thanks, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of each other. And I'll see you real soon. Bye for now. Watch out for those balloons.